In order to access the platform, we have to introduce our username and password. Once we have accessed the platform, the home screen will be displayed. In the first column, we will visualize a table with all the linked work centers. In the second column, we will see the associated companies. In the third column, we will see the documentation of the companies. In the fourth column, we will see the documentation status of the work centers. In the fifth column, we will find the number of workers whose states are OK and the total of workers that are associated to each of the work centers. In the sixth column, we will see the number of vehicles whose states are OK and the total of vehicles associated to each work center. In the last column, we will see the number of machines whose states are OK and the total of machinery associated to each work center. Under each section, we will see a direct access that will take us to visualize the corresponding information if we press on it. It is also possible to filter the information. Once the criteria is chosen, we will press the bottom filter. In this module, we will see a table with a list of work centers that are associated to your user. It is possible to filter by the name of the work center, client, start or end date, if it's active or not, and by the name of the technician. After introducing the desired parameters, we will press the filter button. In order to visualize the work center, you must press the button Visualize. The clients will be able to access the work centers and their subtabs. Each work center has the following subtabs. Documentation. It includes all the documentation related to the work center. It is possible to filter the information by choosing parameters and pressing filter button. You will be able to download the chosen documents by pressing the download button. The documentation tab is divided in subtabs: work centers, enterprises, employees, vehicles, and machinery. In every tab, it's possible to export to Excel all the documentation along with its status. Enterprises. A list of the companies assigned to the work center is shown, as well as the status of the documentation. In case the state is not OK, the missing requirements for the documentation to be correct will be displayed. It is possible to export to Excel. You must press the Visualize button to see all the details of the company. Employees. A list of all the workers assigned to the work center is shown along with the worker's status. In case the status is not OK, the missing requirements for the documentation to be correct will be displayed. It is possible to export to Excel. You must press the Visualize button to see all the details of each worker. Vehicles. A list of all the vehicles assigned to the work center along with their states is shown. In case the status is not OK, the missing requirements for the documentation to be correct will be displayed. It is possible to export to Excel. You must press the Visualize button to see all the details of each vehicle. Machinery. A list of all the machinery assigned to the work center will be shown along with its status. In case the status is not OK, the missing requirements will be displayed. It is possible to export to Excel, and you must press the Visualize button to see all the details of each machinery. In this module, it is possible to see all the companies that have been hired by the client. The companies are created just once for the whole platform, and their information is shared with all the work centers where they have been assigned. In this tab, it is possible to filter the information by name, the identification number of the company, status, and agreement convenio by introducing the desired parameter and pressing the green filter button. In order to visualize a company, you have to press on the list where they appear the Visualize button to see all the details of the company. The company module has the following subtabs. Documentation. It includes all the documentation related to the company, the work centers, where it has been assigned, its workers, vehicles, and machinery. The type of documents that appear are the ones specified by the templates of the relationship between the work center and each of its related entities. These documents can be downloaded by pressing the download button. Documentation of the enterprise. It contains all the documents that belong to the company. Work center. It contains all the documents of the company for each of the work centers where it has been assigned. Workers. It contains all the documentation that belong to the workers of the company. Vehicles. It contains all the documents that belong to the vehicles of the company. The other subtabs of the company module are work centers, contractors, subcontractors, workers, vehicles, and machinery. In this module, you can see the workers that are linked to the work center. The workers are created just once for the whole platform, and their documentation is shared with the work centers where they have been assigned. The information can be filtered by introducing the desired criterion and pressing the green filter button. In order to visualize the information of each worker, you must press the Visualize button. The model worker includes the following subtabs: documentation, work centers, vehicles, and machinery. In this module, it is possible to visualize the vehicles that are linked to the work center. The information can be filtered by introducing the desired criterion and pressing the green filter button. In order to visualize the information of its vehicle, you must press the Visualize button. Its vehicle has the following subtabs: documentation, work centers, and workers. In this module, it is possible to visualize the machinery that is linked to the work center. The information can be filtered by introducing the desired criterion and pressing the green filter button. In order to visualize the information of each machine, you must press the Visualize button. Each machine has the following subtabs: documentation, work center, and employees. The tester module serves to determine if the documentation is correct. It is possible to search by barcode or QR, by the company name or identification number of the company, by the worker name or identification number of the worker, by the vehicle name or license number, or by the machine name or the frame number. In our case, we will make an example of search by name. Once the desired name is written, we will press the Verify button. By pressing on the Show Worker button, we will have to select a work center. By pressing Select, we will see an application form with the data, and we will be told if the worker is authorized or not. If the worker is not authorized, the pending documents will be indicated. We will also be informed if the worker is a preventive resource or not. The library module serves as an exchange of information between clients and company. We will have to select a client and a work center. Then press the Load button. In order to see the content of the folders with the projects that have already been created, you must double-click on the folder. The Reports module allows you to consult the documents and to obtain the data of the Access Control module. In Search Documents, it is possible to search all the documents of the application related to any entity of the application. We will fill the desired fields and press Filter. The documentation will appear listed. In Access Register, it is possible to search the records that have been made in a work center. It is necessary to select a range of dates. By pressing the Filter button, the records of access will appear listed. In order to access the profile, you must press on the drop-down menu. In the profile, the user will be able to modify his or her name, surnames, email, and password. The user will be able to see the username and the user type as well. If we do any modification, we must press the Update button. If we want to exit the platform, we just have to press Logout.